Welcome to Acoustic Corner. I'm Steve Rothenberg, and each week we'll explore the world of acoustic music, from blues to bluegrass, classical, flamenco, and fingerstyle guitar, and everything in between. We'll feature live performances by some of the best musicians and bands in the Denver area, and visit local guitar shops and luthiers to discover where you can find yourself a beautiful custom-made guitar, banjo, or mandolin. For those of you interested in learning how to play guitar or improving your skills, you'll find lessons on how to play fingerstyle guitar, blues guitar, as well as other popular styles. Join us each week for a tour through the acoustic music landscape. There's something for everyone at Acoustic Corner. Hi, I'm Steve Rothenberg, and we're here with Gordon Close, a good friend of mine at Elite Sound here at 3535 South Platte River Drive. And I got this memorized. It's in Englewood, right near River Point, Hamden, at the River Point Shopping Center. So if you've watched some of the episodes up till now with Gordon's shopping it, you know he's got quite a bit of interesting stuff here. And later on in this episode, you're going to see a number of musicians who we filmed here a few weeks ago.
You bet.
And some great talent, and I think you'll enjoy, I think the people will enjoy watching them. But you've got such an interesting shop here, and this is just one small section of it. This is clearly not, you don't give charango lessons, I'm sure, nor sitar lessons, and these instruments are not for sale, but they are pretty interesting, and I like this one. So maybe you can start with that one.
It's designed so that we can let customers and people who are interested in string instruments to know that we just don't have guitars in the world, that there are other string instruments around. I think one of my favorites is this, called a kora, and it comes out of Africa, and it's goat right here. And as you look at this thing, it's got strings on both sides that come in this direction. Can you kind of tilt that a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this, and I'm going to let you demonstrate it, Steve.
Well, there we go.
You hold the kora against your stomach right here. Push that against where your belt goes, and you grab hold of the two handles.
Right.
And play it with your thumb.
So it's pointing away from you?
It's pointing away. It looks like a witching stick looking for water, but you hold it with the handles and you play it with your thumbs. I have a video of the #1 kora player in Africa demonstrating how to play this with his orchestra, with his band.
Okay.
And you'll never guess what the band consists of.
A thumb piano, an empty water jug, and a yak belly.
Very close.
Okay.
Actually, it's 2 electric guitars, a bass guitar, and a drummer.
Okay,
just as rock and roll as can be.
I wasn't even close. Well,
no, I'm close. So basically, it's an instrument that you wouldn't expect that kind of.
Now this is a tortoiseshell.
Tortoiseshell with a hide.
With a hide.
And I have no idea what it's called. Just like that.
Well, but the next
it's out of South America.
Yeah. This one.
There you go.
Charango.
Exactly.
This often is made from tortoiseshell.
It is. But an armadillo hide.
Armadillo.
That's right.
Not tortoise.
And they'll have an armadillo there, but it's illegal to bring an armadillo into this country.
Dead or alive.
From there. Yeah.
Okay.
So we can't have it made that way. This is a saz from Turkey in that area. A balalaika, of course, from Russia. These are called gushlas right here, which is, I don't know what little area that's from at this point in time. Of course, the sitar that's up above, Indian.
That's a fairly short neck. I mean, I guess there's different. I mean, when I think of sitar, Ravi Shankar, it's like, it's like 6 feet tall.
Again, he plays it down a bit too. Well, no, at an angle.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. But there must be different lengths of neck.
There are shorter ones than that. I haven't seen too many that are longer than that.
Okay.
Okay, a Hyuchin from China. Guitarron. I'll back out of the way. Everybody knows what a guitarron is if you like Mexican food.
Yeah, yeah.
But the bass. Vihuela, which is very interesting. It has 5 strings and only 3 frets.
Wow.
Okay,
well,
that little guy up, yeah, that's right. It also has a bowl back type of affair, just like the guitarron does.
Right.
You can see that type of thing. Okay, a taranga over here, hidden. That little guy, I don't know. And this one, which I think is gorgeous, is a sarangi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And where's that from?
And this is either Pakistan or in India. Okay.
I like this one. This one, it seems like fairly easy to play.
This is kind of cool. This is a koto. It's out of Japan.
Okay.
All the music that you hear, Japanese music, is usually played with a koto involved.
So seems like you could also hammer.
You have picks. You have really? Thumb picks and finger picks. Good. What's really cool about this one, Steve, is that it has rosewood bridges with ivory on top. And this is for practicing. Okay. Which I need a lot of, so I can so you use those a lot.
I can relate to you there.
When you go to play a concert for your guests, you honor your guests by putting ivory bridges on, replace the rosewood ones, put all ivory bridges on, makes it a little clearer, a little brighter. You play your concert, take them back off, and put these back on to practice with it again.
I might need to borrow this for you from you sometime. Well, if you are interested in learning how to play any of these, don't call the show because we have no idea. But they are pretty cool, and if you come down to the shop, you can actually see these yourself, and maybe even Gordon will let you tinkle with the strings here, because I'm enjoying this very much. So I hope you found that interesting. I could easily take one of these instruments home and have some fun with it. So thanks for showing that.
It's a pleasure. It's lots of fun.
Great. Hi, I'm Steve Rothenberg, and I'm here with my good friend David Michael, who I saw you last night down at the Mercury Cafe.
Yeah.
We play there on Friday nights and entertain. Beautiful. Well, thank you very much, and so do you, as the audience will soon see.
Two different types of guitar.
Well, you bring out you channel some old time stuff. I mean, who your favorite blues guys to listen to?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you cannot ignore Robert Johnson. Obviously, he's such a wonderful legend. A lot of my stuff is kind of like Texas blues. Lightning Hopkins is just delicious. How can you ignore that? You know. Some people do get forgotten, who play enormously complex and driven music with high thrust. People like Blind Lemon Jefferson, who really doesn't get listened to much anymore. Certainly the Reverend Gary Davis. You know. So obscure names, not household terms.
No, not exactly. And although when you hear this stuff, you know that you've heard it many times before. It's just
primordial satisfaction about it. There's no denying. Old-time blues.
Tell me a little bit about that fine guitar you have there. I understand that's a doghead guitar.
That's what it is, and you know the maker.
I do. John Kaplan.
It's a delightful guitar, and this is one of several types of dogheads that he makes. I didn't come to sell doghead guitars, but he would want me to mention it.
Well, I like to talk to people about what they play and why they play it, and I've performed at Michelangelo's with this guitar, and it's wonderful. It has a great sound, great action, and he's a disciple of Edward Dick, who fans of the show know we've done a couple of concerts down at his luthier shop.
He's a wonderful authority on guitars, and I'm sure that this organization would be pleased for us to refer to Edward's shop on South Broadway. They're all partners in crime in there.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they both Gordon of Elite Sound here and Edward have been in Denver, and I'm sure know each other for a long period of time.
They did.
Yeah. Well, I know the viewers are going to enjoy hearing you play coming up here, and so am I. And I'll probably see you at Mercury Cafe next Friday night. Are we going to be there?
Let's make a little noise.
Okay. Yeah. And stop by the Mercury Cafe on Friday nights down in the Red Room.
Sure.
And you might catch us there. We play the late shift, 10 the night owls. Two old guys doing the night owl. It's a little funny. Well, good. Yeah, enjoy.
Thank you. I'm going to do an original song called Sweet Potato Pie. I've had honeydew melon high on a Sunday afternoon. Cook up a bucket of country fried chicken when I seen that grits would be my ruin. But I'd sell my soul the day I die, for sweet potato pie. Talk about a thing to ring your bell. Mess a catfish in a skillet. Whoop you up some cornbread, and do let me tell you, you'll know the reason why. If the Lord hadn't amended, he'd have never invented that sweet potato pie. Get you some cabbage and get you some beans and toss in that old ham bone. Black-eyed peas and collard greens. But holy Moses, hold the phone, ain't no way I'm passing by. Big old turkey dinner, Mama put the giblets in the dripping in the gravy. She'll feed the saint and she'll feed the sinner. So baby, don't you leave before you try that sweet potato pie. I mean, baby, don't you leave before you try that sweet potato pie. Think about it.
Hi, I'm Steve Rothenberg, and I'm here with Nina Neff and Lynn Gilliam. Gilliam. I had it right the first time. Nina, I've known Nina for a little bit, and you've been playing with Lynn for about how long?
I'm guessing about 8 months myself.
Oh, yeah. So I must have seen you when you first started at Lincoln's, and I understand you've got a little bit of a antique guitar going there. It's gorgeous looking. Tell me a bit about it.
It's a classic standard story. I found it in my father's attic a couple of years ago, and it has virtually no identifying marks on it except on the back of the headstock, a little circle. It says Bruno, New York City. So I researched it, brought it out here, had it rebuilt because it was structurally trashed. It turns out Bruno and C.F. Martin were friends. Both luthiers came to this country and began Martin Guitars, which was actually Martin and Bruno in New York City. And later they split and Martin went to Nazareth. But Bruno handmade this guitar, best estimate in roughly the 1880s or 90s. And so I had it rebuilt and put together, and it's just an astonishing guitar.
And it never leaves the house except for this performance.
Oh, I see. So we should be honored. I heard you played, and it sounds really pretty neat. Yeah. So you guys doing originals? You got some things?
We do have. Lynn has some originals. In fact, he won a songwriters contest with a soul. Spiritual song last year, but we primarily are choosing covers that are the songs we've always wanted to sing, and the main thing for us is really the sparse accompaniment and just two voices. So,
yeah. Well, I think you're going to enjoy hearing these guys. I know I did, and you play at Lincoln's, which is Broadway and I-25 and Logan, I think. South Pearl. Right. I used to drive by there all the time. And
yeah, we're out there at the Roadhouse on Wednesday evenings, most Wednesday evenings, and there's good music there every Wednesday.
Very nice. Well, I hope you enjoy these guys. They're about to sing for you, so I look forward to it.
For fear the hearts of men are failing, for these are latter days. We know the Great Depression now is spreading. God's word declared it would be so. I'm going where there's no depression, to the lovely land that's free from care. I'll leave this world of toil and trouble. My home's in heaven. I'm midnight nearing, tribulation time has come. The storm will hurl its midnight fear and sweep poor millions to their doom. I'm going where there's no depression, to the lovely land that's free from care. I'll leave this world of toil and trouble. My home's in heaven, I'm going there. My home's in heaven, I'm going there.
Hi, I'm Steve Rothenberg, and I'm here with Brent Lukens, who is going to perform on his flamenco guitar, not to be confused with a flamingo guitar, which is something entirely different. We're at Elite Sound here at 3535 South Platte River Drive in Englewood. It's a great guitar shop, and we've been doing a series here featuring various local musicians, of which Brent is one. So how long have you been playing in the area?
Well, I was born in Denver, but I've been playing, I guess it's going on 6 or 7 years that I started playing in public here in Denver.
All right. And where are some of the places that you play?
Play at a place downtown called the Ninth Door. It's a restaurant. And then also at a place up in North Denver called the El Camino Tavern. And play with another musician at both those places right now on Wednesdays and then Saturday mornings.
So what got you into this particular style of guitar, flamenco guitar? I mean, it's of course I wish I could play like that, but I wish I could do a lot of things I can't do. First of all, I only play with 3 fingers, and you use all 6. I mean, 5. Sounds like you've got 6, but so what kind of techniques do you use when you play flamenco?
Well, that's actually the reason I got interested in this kind of guitar. I didn't have any background in it or anything, but I saw a person actually playing flamenco guitar for the first time, and I was in my mid-20s, and had heard music in places, but I'd never seen anybody play. And then I realized that it's one person playing that stuff, which really impressed me. So I kind of tracked some stuff down and found a teacher here in Denver and tried to learn the beginning stuff that you have to do to make the sounds for flamenco. And a lot of it is techniques that are only used in flamenco. They're not used in steel string because you would tear your fingernails off sometimes.
That's in particular the one where you sort of just sort of sweep your fingers in succession, pinky, ring finger, and playing with the outside of your fingernails.
Right. The strumming, the rasgueado, or rajeo, as they say in Andalusia, the strumming. And you could do that for a while on a steel string, but it would probably wear your fingernails down really quickly.
These are nylon string guitars.
These are nylon or classical string guitars. They're wrapped in a soft metal, but they're not as high tension or as sharp as steel strings, so they're a little easier on your fingers. Although your fingernails will wear down if you're playing a couple hours a week, though.
Now, this is a standard tuning.
This one is in standard tune right now. I have the capo on the 2nd fret, so it's sharp standard tuning.
Is most flamenco played standard tuning?
Yes, there's a couple pieces that are played in a drop D. The low E is dropped down to a D. Then there's another one that has the low D and then an F sharp instead of a G. But that's only 1 or 2 pieces. So maybe in the whole repertoire of flamenco music, there's 3 or 4 pieces that don't use standard tuning. The rest of them
so it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing you play, and I've heard you play, and I'm looking forward to hearing you play again. So let's see what it sounds like.
Thanks for the invitation.
Too bad. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching the show, and if you play and you'd like to be on the show, or if you know somebody who might like to be, or if you know of a venue that you think might be a good one for us to come down and shoot, why don't you contact us at the email address you see on the screen, and we'd love to have you on.